Welcome to the first episode of the new series, Film vs. Real Life. In this episode we will talk about the great Star Wars saga created by George Lucas. Star Wars is a world-renowned cinematographic saga and is full of objects and references from real-world science. But like any science fiction film, there are things that are demonstrated in different ways. Therefore, the purpose of this video is to compare our world with the Star Wars universe, and we will also share some interesting facts about these movies with you. Let's get started. If you're even remotely familiar with Star Wars, you've probably heard of the Death Star. This large object has become one of the most emblematic symbols of this series of films. This happened thanks to the fame of destruction and greatness that it gives us when we watch the films. But did you know that there is a real-life celestial object not far from us that is identical to the Death Star? Exactly, to all of you I present Mimas. Mimas is one of Saturn's moons and, in fact, bears a striking resemblance to the iconic Death Star from Star Wars. This moon gained recognition due to an extremely distinctive feature, the large crater Herschel, which covers a significant part of its surface. The Herschel crater on Mimas remarkably resembles the oversized structure of the Death Star, complete with a large central hole that resembles the fictional superlaser on the Star Wars space station. So striking is this visual similarity that Mimas has often been affectionately nicknamed the Death Star Moon or Saturn's Death Star. Of course, it's important to note that Mimas is a real moon, part of Saturn's moon system, and has nothing to do with Star Wars science fiction. Herschel crater formed due to real impacts throughout its history. But the coincidence of its appearance with the Death Star is remarkable and demonstrates how the human imagination can find intriguing parallels in the cosmos. Still, it's just one of the many wonders of our universe that science continues to explore and explain. Endor is one of the most famous Star Wars planets. This planet has already appeared in several films of the saga, and some of you may already know some scenes that take place on Endor. The surface of this planet is very characteristic and very similar to the forests here on Earth. This happens because the recordings of the scenario were actually made in a real place on our planet Earth. The location where it was recorded is California's Redwood National and State Parks located in California in the country of the United States. The most interesting part is that you can visit this place and feel the magic of Endor and Star Wars in a real and stunning setting. Tatooine is also one of the best-known planets from the Star Wars movies. This planet has several similarities with the deserts that we see here on Earth. This is because, like Endor, the scenery is recorded on our planet Earth. More specifically in the city of Tatooine in Tunisia. But there is still a very interesting curiosity about this planet. Tatooine, home to Luke Skywalker, bears striking similarities to the Kepler 16b system, an actual exoplanet located about 200 light-years from Earth. Both share several characteristics. Both Tatooine and Kepler 16b share notable features that make the connection between fiction and reality. Both planets are part of binary star systems, where two stars dominate the sky. On Tatooine, these stars are known as Tattoo I and Tattoo II, while on Kepler 16b, we find Kepler 16a and Kepler 16b. Furthermore, the landscapes of both are surprisingly barren. Tatooine is famous for its vast sand dunes, while Kepler 16b, although an icy world, is also marked by a barren landscape, due to the low temperatures of the stars that surround it. One of the most iconic images of Tatooine is its double sunset, with two stars setting over the horizon. Similarly, Kepler 16b also experiences this unique phenomenon, with its two suns saying goodbye together in the sky. These similarities between Tatooine and Kepler 16b not only captivate our imaginations, but also remind us of how science and science fiction can inspire each other. Tatooine is the brainchild of George Lucas in Star Wars, while Kepler 16b was discovered by real astronomers using real telescopes and scientific methods. One of the most well-known phenomena in Star Wars is light speed travel. The speed of light is an essential part of this universe, allowing characters and ships to travel quickly between distant star systems, exploring galaxies and facing epic challenges along the way. It is the speed of light that makes possible the journey through the vastness of space and the interaction between different planets and civilizations, adding an exciting and fundamental dimension to the saga. The only problem with this is that they seem to completely defy physics as we know it. Let's make a brief comparison. The speed of light is about 300,000 kilometers per second. To give a practical example, the distance between Earth and the Moon is approximately 384,400 kilometers. If a ship traveled at the speed of light, it would take about 1.28 seconds to travel that distance. If you wanted to walk at the same speed but to the Andromeda Galaxy, which is the closest to Earth, it would take 26.77 million years, given that this galaxy is 2,537 million light-years from Earth. As we can observe, even traveling at maximum speed, it would still take millions or even billions of years to reach other galaxies. As unrealistic as this type of journey seems, it remains, and will always remain, one of the most iconic and important scenes in this film saga. In this next topic, we will explore how technological development in the two realities differs. Starting with Earth, our world faces challenges in technological development. We are limited by the speed of our spacecraft, which makes interstellar space travel time-consuming and complex. In contrast, in the Star Wars universe, technology is truly futuristic. Spaceships can travel faster than the speed of light, allowing exploration of a densely populated galaxy. On Earth, our space exploration efforts are remarkable, with agencies like NASA and the ESA allowing us to study our own solar system. Meanwhile, in Star Wars, interstellar travel is accessible and commonplace. Spacecraft like the Millennium Falcon can take us to distant star systems in a matter of seconds or minutes. Here on Earth, we have advanced technologies such as communication satellites, space stations, and powerful telescopes that have expanded our understanding of the universe. In the Star Wars universe, technology is complemented by mystical elements such as the Force of the Jedi. Lightsabers and advanced robots like R2-D2 and C-3PO coexist with fast ships. But back to reality, we face real challenges regarding space travel due to the laws of physics. In short, the comparison between our world and the Star Wars universe highlights the power of the human imagination. As we face real challenges in space travel, Star Wars reminds us that the border between fiction and reality is where creativity flourishes. We hope you enjoyed this journey between Earth and Star Wars. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome content.